Okay, you guys, I have to tell you about this really crazy morning I had yesterday. So I had this dream that, and I've been, okay, let me say this first of all. I've been having these dreams that I'm somewhere that is slightly familiar. It's just off just a little bit, like it's 80% truth and 20% not truth. So for example, like the school that I went to 7th through 12th grade, it is suddenly a different shape, but some of the halls are the same. So in my dreams, I'm recognizing these places, but I'm also like, that's weird. That wasn't like that. So I've been having those all my settings since COVID started have been in places that are familiar, but not right. Okay? That's important. So I had this dream that our family was at a wedding, and I can't tell you now if it was my brother or if it was my son. I just remember that it was a huge deal that we were all together, and it was we were celebrating, and at some point during the celebration they separated us. I got taken down this really narrow hallway, and they were giving injections. And in my dream, I'm like, what? We're at a wedding. This has nothing to do with the word. And they give me a pregnancy test first. They say, well, we need you to take this test before we give you your injection. And I'm thinking, easy peasy, no problem. Been there, done that. It comes back positive. And I am looking at this little stick thinking, you've got to be kidding me, okay? While I'm in shock, they inject me. What? Why would you bother giving me a pregnancy test if you're gonna inject me anyway? What's the point? Well, so I am totally burdened now with this either good news or the weirdest thing ever, and I need to find Glenn and let him know. I see him, he's at the party still, and he is celebrating, and he is laughing, and he's dancing, which is something he doesn't do, but he is laughing and dancing, and I'm trying to get to him, and I'm contemplating in my dream. Do I tell him privately, or do I tell him in front of all of our children and grandchildren? And so I'm trying to get his attention, and people keep getting in between us and making the gap between us farther and larger and larger. And next thing I know, I just can't see him anymore. And I'm in a car, and right now I can't tell you if I was driving or if somebody else was driving, because I'm still trying to process this pregnancy, right? Like, what the heck? How did that happen? Don't answer that question, because I'm pretty sure I know how. So I'm driving around, and I wind up in a part of town that I'm looking, and I'm thinking, this is familiar, but it's a little bit off, and there's this woman there. And she looks at me, and I say, is this where the Walmart used to be? And she says, oh yes, honey. The Kmart or Target or whatever it is used to be there. And it kind of looks like a bomb went off. And so I sit there for a minute, and I sit against the wall, and I'm just like trying to, and she starts playing a hymn, an old hymn, and I start mouthing the word. And she looks at me, and all of a sudden she's like, oh, you've passed the test. And she says, honey, what's on your mind? This beautiful black woman, honey, what's on your mind? And I'm telling her about the wedding and getting separated and being pregnant and being injected. And she says, oh, you need to go visit. And she says the name. And it's funny, because when she speaks it, I actually saw the words in the air, and it was an email address or a website. And I said, oh, I know that person. I went to college with him. And she says, oh, he's my son. She puts me in the car, and she's like, you got to meet him. She puts me in the car, and she's going to drive me to him. And I said, oh, that's why you look familiar to me, because I see your son in your face. So I see you in your son's face. I forgot this part. So while I'm in the car, and I think I'm in the back seat of the car because I'm trying to call Glenn since I can't physically be with him. I can't remember his number. I barely remember his name. I can remember like 3 digits of his social security number. I can remember like part of his birthday. I cannot remember even the area code of his phone number. And I'm freaking out because my phone cannot find him. I can remember what he looks like, but I can't communicate with him. And after we start driving, we hit a pocket where all of a sudden my phone gets reception, and Glenn's name is at the top, and there's his phone number, and I can push it to call him. And just when I get ready to call him, that's when I woke up. I wake up. Now, the weird thing is, somebody sent me, while I was wrapping up this dream, a friend of mine sent me a video, and it was a man preaching about a dream that he had about a snake, and a Christian brother of his or sister petting this snake. And it was just like in my dreams, where it's like 80% right and 20% wrong. The person holding the snake said, there's nothing wrong here, it's kind and it's gentle. And the man in the video is like, it's biting you, it's not okay. And basically it was a call to arms. So when I woke up, I thought that the name that was given to me was a certain person that I went to college with. And it's, this morning I was praying about it because it's just eating at me. And I totally got a different, like God said, no, close your eyes and see the name. And I'm telling you, it's crazy. I had to find my yearbook from college because I couldn't find this person online. I found the yearbook and I found the person in there. And it's interesting because the name that was given was this person's nickname. And the nickname is not in the yearbook. So I would have had to know this person by their nickname. Anyway, so now I'm on this hunt to find a college mate of mine. And I'm like, gonna be like, hi, yeah, this is Lynette. I had this weird dream. Your mom told me to find you. So anyway, you guys be praying about that, because I'm telling you, we're in some weird times. And I don't know what God's gonna do with us, but I'm sure with as weird as that whole thing was, and as much detail as I can remember, that there is something there. So you guys, start paying attention to your dreams. Get a journal, start writing them down, start sharing them, because somebody else may have the interpretation for you. So that's it. Stay vigilant, stay awake.